Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me hit the. What's good, y'all? Shit, I'm just chilling, smoking and vibing like the live says. Yo, what's good? What's good? I'm just smoking some weed and kind of chilling, vibing. Shit. What's good, fam? What's good, Dragon Slayer, Rizzo Kane? What's good? What's good? Shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm just smoking some weed. I'd want to be a part of the wrestling podcast, but I ain't feeling it, man. I still need to talk to Red Hood about that shit. I need to talk to Red Hood about why I stepped away from the fucking live. Shit, the way I see it, Ronnie replaced me. Ronnie replaced me in the live streams. Because I don't know if anyone noticed, but I did. I was the only one that probably noticed. That dude, not once, but twice, said I was like a drug addict or something. Yeah. Yeah, fam. Rob is cool and all. I think Rob is still cool. I just can't fuck with Ronnie. I can't fuck with Ronnie. It was like, dude, I try to be cool with you and you want to call me a fucking drug addict and shit? For real, man. Shit, me and Red Hood are cool because he don't judge you like that. He don't judge people like that. That's why me and Red Hood are cool. I wanted to be cool with Ronnie, but that dude seems judgmental as fuck, so I can't be cool with somebody who's judgmental like that. Well, I wasn't mad either. Just offended and a little irritated because I told this dude I'm not a fucking drug addict, man. But then again, wouldn't that piss you off if you clearly stated that you're not a drug addict and someone wanted to say, "Oh, you look like a drug addict"? Yeah, man. That shit pissed me off. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. Everybody knows all I do is smoke weed, and weed's not really a drug. It why I don't fuck with Gen Z people. I can't fuck with them, man. Shit. I can't fuck with people like that. For real, for real. Shit. Shit. He's another Gen Z. He's another Gen Z kid. Him and that Larry the Batman fan, whatever the fuck his name is. They're just a bunch of Gen Z kids, man. And I can't fuck with those type of people. I'm like, man, y'all jitterbugs. I can't be seen around y'all. I can't talk to them jitterbugs. Shit, not only they gonna get their asses kicked, if I was associated with them, I get my ass kicked by association. So that's why I can't fuck with them kids. I'd tell you the only thing that the media is responsible for is making people stupid. That's the one thing that the media is really responsible for. I don't know why I can't take Gen Z people seriously. In some aspects, society is to blame. In some aspects, society is to blame. Yeah, you ain't lying about that. Because at some point in time, society did change. And I wouldn't say for the better either. I know as we evolve, we're supposed to, as we grow, we're supposed to evolve. But what is it, what's the term for, I'm looking for? We did the opposite, is what it is. We did the exact opposite. Instead of evolving and growing as human beings, it's like somewhere along the line, society did the opposite. It's like we didn't upgrade, we downgraded. Yeah, exactly. There are good and bad in society as well. There are good and bad people in society, but shit, a lot of times I don't know what to make of people in today's society. You know what I think? We were on a steady decline. I think we were on a steady decline when we elected Barack Obama. I think that's when it all went downhill. But then again, we've been going downhill probably way after the Reagan administration. Shit, I might be a millennial, but I know a thing or two about that. At a point in time, Ronald Reagan was a good president, but after he got shot by John Hinckley Jr., he was on that fucking decline because the shit scared him. The dude almost died. He was shot at. He almost fucking died, man. I was like, shit. And one of the guys who worked with him as his administration, I think his name was James Brady. He had passed away after some coming to his bullet wound recently. I mean, he survived the shooting, but after a while, the man died. Damn. But aside from all this political shit going on, I've been having my own shit going on. And tell you the truth, I really don't want to be around Ronnie in a live stream because he always wants to say I look like a drug addict or I look like someone who does a lot of drugs or some dumb shit like that. And I don't want to be around that shit. That's why I haven't been in the live streams. I've been mostly doing me. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be told that I look like a drug addict or look like someone who's 5 years older than what he actually is. That shit sucks, man. Yeah, that would be like me approaching him and saying, "You look like a juvenile delinquent." When really, I'm not that kind of person, and I wouldn't come at somebody like that. And besides, I come from a time where I learned not to judge people on shit like that. Because that's another thing we didn't do in the 90s. That's a thing we didn't do in the 90s. Yeah. When I come at people, I make sure that I come at them in a way I want them to come at me. I ain't gonna approach you with this whole shit. You look like a drug addict, or you look like you're 50 years old and a drug addict, or some dumb shit like that. Because I learned you don't do shit like that. And if Ronnie grew up in the decade I grew up in, he would learn the same thing, and he wouldn't come at people like that. And I don't have no ill intent towards him or anything like that. I don't dislike him or anything. He could be cool when he ain't coming at me with shit like that, you know? He could be cool when he ain't coming at me like that. Because it's not a very respectful way of approaching people. Yeah. Red Hood is cool. I have respect for Red Hood. But that don't mean I don't respect Ronnie. I just don't like how he comes at people. I'm actually glad that Red Hood put me on to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Damn. Yeah, right. Damn. Hold on. Right. I hear you, fam. Well, tell Red Hood to join. The link's in the chat. You said he wanted to join. Hell yeah. I'm playing that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. That shit does go hard. It makes me think of Budokai Taikenshi 3. But shit, Red Hood, if you. Alright, shit. Hell yeah.
What up?
What's good, fam?
Not much. Just what's the Dark Side of the Ring about Daphne?
Damn, they've made one about her. Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
they did. Yeah, they did. They made the Dark Side of the Ring about her.
Man, I always loved her.
Yeah, same man.
No matter what point of her life she was at, whether she was in her WCW days, her TNA days, her ACW days, or even after she retired, I still love that lady.
Same man. It was sad that she passed away.
I can't believe she shot herself in a live stream on Instagram, dude. But Instagram immediately took that shit down because you can't show shit like that.
Yeah, I heard about it. She did it on a live stream.
Damn. I'm gonna see if I can find the Dark Side of the Ring on Roku. I have a Roku TV. Most people I know, they have that Roku stick. I'm playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Are you liking it so far?
Oh, it's good. It makes me think of the old Taikenchi, Budokai Taikenchi games.
I got a new game. Oh, nice. I got a new game. I got the Glow in the Dark for free. It's on the
Yeah.
it's on the PlayStation Plus. It's free to download. If Glow in the Dark is free to download with PlayStation Plus, and I got it.
Yeah.
Good. I don't want to hear anything any of you has to say. Uh-oh. I don't think it's your face they're worried about.
I need to get the season
And
pass
they
at
made
some
another
point.
documentary about Hana Mashan. And they made
Damn.
another documentary about Hana Mashan. A documentary about him too. The Dark Side of the Ring about him. And he was on about the match that where he was remember that day on the WWE event on SmackDown. It was him and his general manager. It was his general manager faced Chris Benoit. I mean, the Undertaker, and he choked him. The guy with the skin match on to choke him.
Oh, you must be watching season 3 of Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, Hunter my son. He had the Dark Side of the Ring about him too. There was a lot of wrestlers were telling their side of the story.
Damn.
And the reason why he was on about reason why he got fired because he was too good being heel.
Damn.
But it kind of sucked though. R-Truth got released from WWE. It sucked.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know why the hell they released R-Truth.
Yeah, I know because R-Truth was funny.
Yeah, WWE is a bigger mistake if I let him go, but he ain't gonna be. But I heard rumors about Archer going to be signed with AEW.
R-Truth's going to AEW.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. So Tony had been talking about Archer going to be signed with AEW.
Damn.
Will you just get
I hope they let him be himself like WWE had him being funny, but most likely they probably won't let him. be comedic in AEW. Although they should. The man's like, what, 55?
Yeah.
Just too black. It's your friend. Will never
I thought it was funny how he liked to refer to John Cena as his childhood hero when he's older than John Cena. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, hell
Yeah, that
nah.
was funny. I remember when R-Truth was heel,
Hell
when he
yeah.
would do the when he would do the heel gimmick with doing the heel gimmick thing and bring out little Jimmy.
Hell yeah. He even had a move named Little Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
That was funny when he was backstage with Jimmy Uso, and he said about John Cena, he said, when I grow up, I want to be just like him. And Jimmy said, you already grown up, though. I was like, damn.
Jones. I thought the announcer dude sounded human today. Thanks, man.
But I heard rumors that they're getting bad to bring back one of the former WWE wrestler back.
Who they bringing back?
I don't know. She haven't announced it yet. I hope they bring back. I hope they bring back Ken Shenron back, but it probably won't happen with Ken Shenron. But it probably won't
You talking
happen with
about
Ken
King
Shenron
Shamrock?
when we come back. Huh?
King Shamrock?
Yeah, I hope they bring him back, but it won't happen with him.
Man, that dude's old. You know how old
Yeah,
he
he's
was
old, but
when
that
he
dude
debuted in WWE?
know how old he was.
He was probably like in his 20s or something like that. Early 30s or mid 30s when he joined WWE.
Yeah. And he did I think he did UFC too. I think Ken Shenron
He
did
went to
UFC.
MMA after WWE. After the Attitude Era, he went to MMA. He started doing MMA.
Yeah. I wouldn't imagine him facing the Brock Lesnar in a match in WWE. And they also released Carlito in WWE too.
Damn.
Well, I don't know if they did release Carlito because when I heard that they're still talking about it, if they go to release Carlito in WWE or not.
WWE's been releasing a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna miss one of the members of the Damage Control.
Oh, yeah. Carlito.
Does it?
I miss WWE from its prime days.
Now, please, 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 please. We are both rock Olympic snowboarder for running my own snowboard gear company. Say my name.
I'd say
Good little dancer.
about 2014 and through 2019 was the best years of WWE. I don't know what the fuck's going on now.
You get to look great and tell everyone about how great you're doing it.
Yeah, everything went wrong in WWE back in the days. Sometimes WWE it was good. Sometimes it went dark. What happened of the dark side of the ring when they made the dark side of the ring tell everything about the real truth about Chris Benoit, Owen Hart.
Damn.
Oh, my teeth are getting
But
away. Wait, there's a cliff. I'm out of here. Aren't you gonna read yours? Why? So I can get depressed about some lousy office job? No thanks. Later. Good call, Jonesy. This I've got to. Later. Later.
favorite Dragon Ball Z moment. My favorite Dragon Ball Z moment when Gohan punched Goku when Gohan punched Perfect Cell right in the stomach and he spared out Android 18 out of his mouth. That when Goku was strongest. That when Gohan was just to be strong as hell. Then he started to become all wimpy and shit. And he started to become wimpy. When Goku started to become wimpy, then he don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah. We never seen Raditz become Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it won't probably won't happen because he's dead because Piccolo killed him.
Special Beam Cannon.
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
specifically canon. He sacrificed Goku sacrificed himself, letting Piccolo do his specific canon thing to him.
And I wish they kept the original name to Mr. Satan. Hercule.
Yeah.
But in some newer episodes, they start to change his name to Mr. Satan.
Yeah. And another part was freaking gory as hell when Super Boo did something gory as hell when he went inside that dude's body, inside his mouth. He went inside his body, and then his whole body exploded.
Damn.
That was dark as hell on that episode.
I remember on one episode of Dragon Ball Z where uh I think it was Gohan. He punched one of those guys that was influenced by Babidi, and his head spun all the way around backwards, and they thought Gohan killed him, and he was disqualified from the tournament.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. He knocked that dude's head. He had twisted, and he twisted his head back where he was.
Yeah, the other guy that was with Spopovich. I think his name
Yeah, I'm not
is.
talking about.
Yeah.
But the best Dragon Ball Z movie of all time is Dragon Ball Z Brody, the legendary Super Saiyan.
I tried to watch that earlier.
And I freaking, oh dude, that movie is fucking dope, dude. I love that movie. When Dragon Ball Z the legendary Super Saiyan came out, dude, that one have like ton of action, dude. Like you don't want to look away. That movie have like ton of action. Well, there are a lot of good Dragon Ball Z. We have like ton of action. There's Dragon Ball Z, Lord Slug, Dragon Ball Z, Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan, Decepticon. I have one of them on DVD. I own one of the Dragon Ball Z movie on DVD though. Just have to find it though. Oh wait, hold on. I think I do have it. Excuse me, sir. Can someone help me in breaking the route?
The Gen Master for the Secret Coast salesperson I come to know and be
Yeah, that's true.
a new low at the barn. Doc,
Oh no, I couldn't find it. I have one of them on DVD of the Dragon Ball Z movie.
taking that place. I'll be right over. Jen, your filthy's not over yet.
But I used to have the Dragon Ball Z training cards back in the day.
I barely remember them.
The training cards?
Yeah.
I used to have them when I was a kid.
Just better get back to work.
Still, Android 18 years as Android.
No. Oh, you're my life. Don't find it like two past. Over I go. Right here. Oh, me. Got some great ones today.
I did have
Report to the first on level 2 to patch up. And to get you there is a sweet remix of one of Lindsay's favorites. Oh,
I used to have the Blade toys when I was a kid. And I still have them to this day. I still have my Blade toys to this day. When the Blade came out.
wow, she did.
What did you happen?
Hey guys, what's up?
I've been on stitchy duty. Why don't we both try to do some writing? Okay. You think yourself first.
The main fountain. Major fortunate on the corner of Kingston.
I'm ready to write.
Listen. Interior block. And the players have the charm of a linebacker. Right. Huh? Oh, fine.
Bye.
Oh, good. Right.
With Shark Wesley's band, there's 2 ways to tell. Or you can bring the breeze.
Damn.
American homeship. Chess.com. How did you say New York?
Shit, I even got that Blood Rain game. I haven't earned any trophies because I'm
Love
using
one?
cheat codes. Blood Rain? You ever play Blood Rain?
Mhm.
I found it
Yeah,
easy.
no, I never played that game. I remember to do a cheat code back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember I used to do cheat codes back in the day.
Yeah.
Those were the glorious days for us gamers. Those were the glorious days for us. We did do cheat codes.
Yeah. And I got
I
Borderlands
used to do
3.
cheat code for GTA. Borderlands 2 is a good game.
Yeah. Waiting on Borderlands 4, but Borderlands 3 is pretty dope.
Dude, I can't wait for Borderlands 4.
Yeah.
Borderlands 4 better be good.
Some people should not be allowed to play with.
Come on in, ladies. Jonesy is ready and done. You tried both one too many times. You should stop.
Let's do it.
Ask me to take two. I want to make sure it's in mid condition before we put it back on film. Two. Where's the tape?
I just took spare tape. I used it to make another copy.
Training ladies.
That on the Dragon Slayer. I really miss them. But kind of suck though. Team Stars don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. One.
Yeah.
Explain it right now.
It's too close.
We'll talk about this later. Tough killer. Maya says you kicked a major ass. What can I say? I'm a natural.
I'm at level 14 in Borderlands 3.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Archie Fragment has been a secret for generations.
All the Borderlands games are good.
Yeah, they're all funny. Dragon Slayer.
You know more about the vaults than any. They knew about the vaults.
I have the board that it has the collection for my PS for my Xbox One.
We will fire on. Sure anyone calls for that.
Well, I got canceled my announcer job. I missed that one.
Things are back to normal. You have no job and nothing for money. You need a little curious about your test results.
Okay, since you want to spill so bad, lay it on me.
Mr. Floral
Leave it.
Flower.
What's the deal?
I don't know why they. I don't know why they stopped doing that. Dragon Slayer.
Are you open to constructive criticism? It's just a completely nonsense.
You ain't got this on the PlayStation 5, Dragon Slayer? You mean, Red Hood?
Yeah, yeah. I got the new games. Yeah, you got the new game on the PlayStation 5 now for the PlayStation Plus.
I mean, you don't have Borderlands
And they got
3
Destiny
for
2 for
5.
free. Yeah. Yeah, no, don't free to download. Check it out. It's really cool.
chose last time. So what do you want? No, not whatever you want. Handle. Come on. Yeah. How long have we been going out?
9 days.
Are you kidding me? This is a chick flick. What? Some respect here. Here, take this. Thank you later. Why do you come here?
I thought you didn't want it. This your new friend?
Don't know. Someone left him here. I think I'm gonna name him Fit.
How long have you been waiting for Zelda to come back?
Tomorrow is the PlayStation. Tomorrow is E3 for the PlayStation. Tomorrow, we'll be going live for that tomorrow, folks. If you guys want to join the panel on my live stream, everyone more welcome to join my live stream about it. It's a new game for the PlayStation. I hope to God we better see Moving on the overseas Moving and the new Resident Evil game.
What? The
We
new
need another
Wolverine
Resident
game?
Evil game, huh?
You said something about the new
Yeah,
Wolverine game.
yeah. PlayStation going live tomorrow in the morning, and I will be going live about it too to do my reaction to it.
Wait,
Shit, you should get this on the PS5. I play this shit a lot.
Which one?
Borderlands 3.
I haven't, but I haven't downloaded it though.
Damn.
no, wait.
Yes.
Now, wait. Together. The most needed date for a Oh. I'm not. Because well, a real one or something with boyfriend track. The one about the ducks. Right, why? Not trivial. Look, this is jealous. Why? Because I'm a boyfriend who don't take big pink sweaters. So, boyfriend. This one. You are not her boyfriend. We're just, you can't commit to things. Obviously, eventually. Non-stop shopping with waiting. Any idea how shallow you are? Well, please, I'm not.
Job in women's fragrance department.
You're right, Caitlin. I don't want a stupid story. This is a real friend. In fact, we're not friends at all.
Yeah. You should check out the song called Make the Man Out of You from the Dragon Ball Z one. That got me dead. Dragon Slayer.
You remember the
Check out the
episode of
song that make
SmackDown
it
when
put.
Mr. America made Vince McMahon take that lie detector test?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That shit is funny. Vince McMahon was asked if he was a pervert, and he said no. And the lie detector test said he was lying.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
All right, Rouse. I can fly. I'm gonna win. No! Play with my friend Joe. Peach, don't play.
Oh, over, Caitlin. We are way better off. We?
They've got Jose for Bobby. It's just about time, you know. It's experience.
Really?
If I told you I'm wrong for business, it would be like that. It's not sounds
You know. Like,
what's up with women? I mean, Baldwin.
You're luck just ran. Awesome. Okay.
Welcome to Mojo Plays, and today we're taking a look at the 10 most difficult characters to unlock in fighting games. Whether they're playable or just secret bosses, these guys demand a bit too much from us. Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to Mojo Plays and ring the bell to be notified by our latest videos. Mewtwo, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Some might say Mr. Game & Watch is more of a time sink to unlock with his requirement to complete one of the 4 main game modes with every single character. But we find Mewtwo to be the more egregious one, as you have to rack up 20 hours of total playtime in match and leave their GameCube idle for an entire day, playing the actual games. Besides, it isn't like Mewtwo is an S-tier fighter. Melee's tier list history has often placed him at the very bottom with his floaty physics, weak neutrals, and low launch threshold. So where's the rush in unlocking him anyways?
True, Dragon Slayer.
Mocap and Blaze. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Indeed, grinds can be a real pain when certain unlockable characters turn out to be weak, or just plain stupid all around. Case in point, Mocap and Blaze. To unlock the motion capture actor and the fire beast, you will have to complete Deadly Alliance's conquest mode with every single character in the game. So if there is a character or two you aren't particularly good with, or you're just bad at executing certain combos, well, too bad! You're just going to have to get good if you really want to play as Blaze or Mocap for whatever reason. Morrigan and Nakoruru, Capcom vs. SNK2, Mark of the Millennium 2001. This is going to be a match to win. Continuing on the Grindfest train, Capcom vs. SNK2 is perhaps going to take you just as long as Smash Melee or MK Deadly Alliance. The reason for this is because of just how massive the character roster is. Would it be hard to...
Oh yeah, Go Nappa one got me dead too. Go Nappa!
Game with every everything
Well,
will have
so laughing when I was laughing my ass off so hard.
every single SMK character turned out to Ruby. Better get comfortable fighting Rugal. You're going to be seeing his ugly mug a lot. Andre the Giant, WWF, No Mercy. Ideally, a legendary wrestler like Andre the Giant would be included in the base roster of a wrestling game, just as other WWE legends like The Rock might be. However, the not-so-gentle Giant is gated behind one of the toughest challenges of WWF No Mercy. Enter survival mode.
I think I've known the channel in WWF No Mercy.
There is a second method where you'll have to fight Andre as the final boss in the second half of the championship, but no matter which method you choose, you're more than likely to kiss the canvas more times than you'd like to admit.
Damn.
Devil, Tekken 2. Round one. Fight. Once again, we have an unlockable character locked behind completing a ladder with every single character. Already sounds like it's a lot, but it's even more tumultuous when you have a final boss like Kazuya Mishima. See, sidestepping was not a key mechanic for Tekken just yet. However, Kazuya had access to this mechanic before players could, allowing him to completely avoid an attack if he felt like it. You, on the other hand, could only employ dashes and blocks. In other words, Kazuya gets one more tool at his disposal than you do, and it's the best tool that any fighter could have. Or else you're never going to unlock Devil. Ever. You win. Floyd, Mortal Kombat 1. Round. Should you want to challenge this Rainbow Ninja yourself, you'll have to fulfill the conditions of 10 unknown challenges out of a pool of 37. Here's the catch, and it's an annoying one. You do not know which 10 need to be completed until you've attempted them. These challenges range from something as simple as taunting or uppercutting a certain number of times to something excruciatingly difficult, like getting a double flawless victory against certain characters. It's tedious, it's boring, and it is absolutely annoying as hell. I've been at this for months now. It sucks. But of course, fans of the original Mortal Kombat games from the 90s might appreciate this more than others. I certainly don't. Tengu, Dead or Alive 2, Hardcore. A lot of unlockables in the Dead or Alive games are tied to survival mode, collecting a ton of different items. To unlock Tengu, you will have to obtain a total of 10 stars from survival mode. How does one acquire such an item? Well, when you defeat an opponent in survival mode, they will drop a random item such as a vegetable or a bag of money. The thing is that different items have different drop rates or can only be obtained under certain conditions. To get a star, you will have to defeat 50 opponents. Even
Yeah,
if this is
50?
this can be grueling unless you have a solid grasp on Tina and her just nonsensical different throat combos. Heihachi Mishima, Tekken, round 1. Thought it'd be hard playing Tekken without the ability to sidestep? Try playing the very first Tekken just in general. This game is clunky as hell.
I ended up
and
getting
it
the
does
season
not
pass
feel good
of
to play battle.
Borderlands
If you
3.
want Heihachi, you're just
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It has like a bunch of different DLC levels.
Really? Chicken Maddie. Amara, like that. Hello. Okay.
gonna have to suffer through and figure out how to be a fast and ferocious fighter. On top of needing to play your entire run without losing a single fight, you will have to finish your run in under 5.5 minutes. Even with King's Stunlock Cheese method and Kazuya's secret stun punch, the time limit alone will make this a lot harder than it sounds. The secret bosses. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter is already a tough-as-nails tag fighter if you don't know all of your matchups. But even experienced players might foam at the mouth trying to meet the requirements of Zangief, Shadow, or Dark Sakura. The reason this will frustrate some more than others is because encountering any of these three requires you to pull off hyper combo finishes and or crossover combination finishes. It depends on which character you're wanting to face. Hyper combo finishes or crossover combination finishes, the game can often mistake your inputs as tag-ins instead. Fail to pull off either before your sixth fight, and you may as well start over from the very beginning. Spartan 458, Dead or Alive 4. It is perhaps the grind fest to end all grind fests, and it doesn't even have a roster the size of Smash Brothers or any of Capcom's ocean of fighters. Truly want to play as Nicole, Koei Tecmo's original Halo character, you're going to have to beat story mode with every single character on the roster, including some of the secret characters. Now here's the kicker. Unlockables are only obtained when fulfilled on normal difficulty minimum. Sounds like it shouldn't be that bad, but when you realize just how difficult Dead or Alive 4 is compared to every other game in the franchise, and most fighting games in general, your blood is gonna boil. I am speaking from personal experience, by the way. The process to unlock Spartan 458 is way more grueling than any other secret character. I got migraines trying to do this. And it's all thanks to the utter nonsense employed by the final boss for most character story modes. Alpha 152.
That is how you hit like a girl.
But what's the hardest secret character you've unlocked? If it's not clear already, Spartan 458 was a major pain in the ass. But tell me, how much torment did you have to go through for your secret character? Let us know down in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Mojo Plays for more great videos every day.
Dang. That was cool about video game when I did some secret character that didn't unlock back in the day.
Damn. I know the Matrix Path of Neo was pretty hard too.
Oh yeah, dude, that game was such a pain in the ass when that game came out.
Yeah. I waited for that game because I had Enter the Matrix.
Yeah.
I remember getting the PlayStation magazine and seeing it
Yeah.
on the cover.
Sure. This wasn't friend. All around. They'll do like.
It sucks I never got to play Matrix Online. Used to be an online server game, but
I never got to
shut it
play
down.
that on either. Yeah. I heard about that too. They said that. I never got a chance to play it.
Damn, I think it was in 2008 they shut it down.
Sorry I said you were shallow. Boys and clothes a lot, but once
I don't know why they shut down all the good games for like online servers. The Matrix Online, I think people would still be playing that shit if
That was all
they didn't shut that shit down.
this.
I know I would have tried it for the first time.
Yeah.
I was a fan of the movies. I just didn't like the
Hell yeah, man.
fourth movie that came out. If you ask me, we didn't need a fourth Matrix movie.
Yeah, it seemed like Chip let it end it like a long time ago with the one.
I think the third movie concluded the franchise just as well. The fact that they made a fourth one doesn't make sense.
Well, come on, Brock. You lined up
I'm like, to
later.
come out with a fourth movie, in a way, you kind of defeated Neo's divine purpose of sacrificing himself to save everybody. Kind of giving him the whole
Yeah.
Jesus narrative. But it don't make sense to come out with the fourth movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if Lawrence Fishburne didn't reprise his role. I don't know what it is, but nothing about that movie made any sense to me.
Have you ever wished you could play a video game your way? Where you can be in invincible, unimaginably wealthy.
I've never understood people who are into gaming but not wrestling. As far as I'm concerned, wrestling is basically Street Fighter IRL. They both feature larger-than-life, colourful characters, hyper-real finishing moves, and both will embarrass your parents equally if you're still into them in your 30s. Since 1983, wrestling and gaming have enjoyed the happiest of marriages. Sure, like every marriage, there's been bumps along the way. For every WCW versus NWO World Tour, there's been a Royal Rumble. But 98% of the time, wrestling plus video games equals fun. And with WWE 2K17 just around the corner, what better time to take a look back at some of the greatest wrestling games of all time? I'm Chris from What Culture, and these are the 10 best wrestling games ever. Number 10, WWE All-Stars. Wrestling is perfect. Almost. The
I
only
did
thing
enjoy
missing
that game,
gravity-breaking
WWE All-Star.
finishing moves
It's a
performed by
fun game. I'm
superstars
not
who are
gonna lie.
unbelievably giant than your mum. And that's what WWE All-Stars delivers. Seriously, you've never seen a rock bottom like this before.
I never
It won't
played
see
that
anything
game, but
like
I
it ever
played
again.
WWE
No lights
Crush
on loads
Hour.
and depth. Its crazy in-ring action is guaranteed to
I
wipe
never
the
played
eyes
that
of
one
drop
before.
jaws. Fantasy Warfare mode showed us what it would look like if some legendary superstars that never got to face off
It was
finally did,
basically
like
like
Stone Cold
Twisted
Steve Austin
Metal
versus
meets
CM Punk.
WWE.
With thoughtfully put together promo packages before each match by
Oh,
people who
nice.
clearly care and understand wrestling, the results are tremendous. All Stars has that extra bonus of being super accessible to non-wrestling fans. Weirdos. Number 9, WWE 2K16. Ukes have been refining their SmackDown in a video game. Number 8, Super Fire Pro Wrestling X Premium. The Fire Pro series has enjoyed very limited
Man, I
exposure
never
and
played any of the
success in the
Fire
West, making
Pro
appearances
Wrestling
on
game.
consoles such as the
Fire
PS2
Pro
and
Wrestling
Game Boy
game.
Advance. It's this SNES iteration that still has the hardcores coming back for more. The isometric view might not be for
You
everyone,
should,
but
man.
SFPWXP
I'll
was a
tell you
true
why,
pioneer,
because
boasting a create a wrestler
even
mode
with
in
the
the 16-bit
roster
era.
that's
This was
on
huge. Fire Pro takes
New
wrestling
on
experience to the higher end
Fire
of the
Pro
reality
Wrestling
scale,
World,
with the
you
player
could
needing to
change that
remember to
roster
breathe.
to any
It's
roster
made
you
a turn
want
more
and set up
casual
your
players
own
with a
promotions.
franchise that includes C4 Explosion death matches.
Oh,
Who said they were
nice.
invited in the first place? Number 7.
Def Jam Vendetta.
Stone Cold Steve Watson, John Cena, Triple Who. These names mean nothing in the arenas of Def Jam Vendetta, or anywhere, really. Those aren't real names. Instead, you have to contend with the likes of Method Man, DMX, and Luda. After No Mercy, AKI took their legendary engine and applied it to the world of hip-hop in an idea that would never get greenlit these days. That's because it sounds crazy, but the results are glorious. There are grapples, submissions, and even Irish whips, but the word wrestling is never mentioned. It's just like modern WWE. The story mode is straight.
I like Def Jam Vendetta. That's a good game.
I do too.
Here's a cool stat. Some wrestlers right now at the top of the card got into wrestling thanks to the vast amount of video games out there. That's awesome. These titles went on quite a journey too, because before they did start matching what was happening in other sports with a singular franchise, we used to get unique games per console. I tell you, it was a different time. So with all that, let us sit down and run through the best ever wrestling video games. As always, this list has been compiled by committee. Some I agree with, some I don't. But I am Simon Miller, and yeah, it's the best wrestling games ever. 15 Legends of
Oh,
Wrestling.
I even got my
Oh
own
my
list
god, I love
of
that
best
game.
wrestling games.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that game. Legend Wrestling. Legend
I do
Wrestling, that's my
too.
childhood game right there.
Because the career mode is based on the old territories.
I
I
had
did
Legends of Wrestling Showdown.
Oh, dude, I remember that game. I knew they had that on the 360. I remember that game.
The core of the game is sort of
I
based
think I
around
had it on
WWF.
PlayStation 2.
At least the control system
Yeah.
has been made more intuitive. You're not now having to put in Mortal Kombat combos just to do a body slam. Eddie Guerrero sneaks into the roster too, even though he had re-signed with WWE. And I suppose that's why it's nice to give it a mention. You need alternatives no matter what the game. So if you fancy something different,
Besides, Eddie Guerrero's a legend. He belongs in there.
14 WWE Day of
Yes.
Reckoning too. So this one goes back.
Yes.
When the Nintendo
WWE
GameCube
Day of
was in its
Reckoning. I
prime,
love
got
that
its own
game.
wrestling
When
game
Day of
entitled
Reckoning came
Day
out.
of Reckoning. That's why the sequel is hilariously named. It's the second Day of Reckoning. That is bad times. Because there were so many games around this point, it
Day of
does
Reckoning
get
2 was the
overlooked,
best
but it's
one.
genuinely great fun. Submission systems
You've
that
made a
last
lot
for
of
hours,
good
and the scrap
WWE
part actually
games.
allows matches to feel like wrestling. What a concept.
Yeah, I
Because
wish
you
the
remain so many titles they felt
THQ
comfortable
will
in,
bring
like
will.
expected. So you just get the
I
very
wish that
best of
WWE
what
can go
makes
back
the
to
games
HQ
great.
games,
If
but
it's okay,
it probably
but
won't
then you're
happen.
ready to it too. If you're not used to the famous spirit beats, it will take a while, but it works.
Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
Chris K doing a good job. Chris K doing a good job making the WWE games to this day.
But bonkers enough to keep you interested. A hidden
yeah,
gem, I think, is the
no.
best description. No, most definitely no. The 13 Saturday Night Slam Masters. In 1993, Capcom looked at pro wrestling and realized they would love a piece of that pie. As they had arcade cabinets everywhere, they were able to do that too. Basically took the idea of Street Fighter and rival Mortal Kombat, applied it to sports entertainment. It does mean you get side-on visuals, but the grappling is there too, and it's just so unique. It's proper over the top as well because, yeah, this was an arcade machine and therefore designed to eat your money. That's why the story mode is just enhancement talent to main eventer, but again, the whole point here is to mostly enjoy every match as much as possible. It came to home consoles eventually with the Sega Mega Drive version or Sega Genesis getting death matches, and you got some fan service. Hagar from Final Fight is a player character, as is Guile. Really does go with everything. You can button mash to your heart's content too, which is a plus because it means anybody can play it. 12 WWF WrestleFest. When it came to the World Wrestling Federation games at this time,
I never
you do not have to
played that
worry,
one.
they were still fine. 1991, they released WrestleFest.
I
Everybody
never got a chance to play WWF WrestleFest.
sit down and learn how it works. And that's the true brilliance. It can be an arcade experience, or it can be something more. The presentation
I
is
want to
also
check what
awesome, although that
wrestling
link
games are
doesn't come
available
across
on
today.
PlayStation.
All this, though, we had WrestleMania on the NES.
Yeah.
And look at the contrast between games like Christmas had arrived in your eyes. You also had snippets from commentary, which was crazy, and so many wrestlers to choose from. Knowing the color palette you were looking at right now and just how
They got
fun it was to
Retromania.
play, I do believe this is still
Yeah, I
good.
remember that game,
This is, of
WrestleMania.
course, slightly more basic than a modern gamer would be used
I
to.
didn't
They
have
got
WrestleMania
Retromania.
2000.
It's just so damn entertaining. Why are we playing games to begin with in the first place? Number 11, EWR Revenge. Let us get to the other side of wrestling games that do not get spoken about enough.
They have a bunch of old school wrestlers.
Yeah.
Zero alcohol.
Their animation
Basic type.
and playstyle is like arcade, like cartoonish arcade style, but
This past July,
it looks
likely looked
pretty
so
fresh.
dull. If you got involved, you know how addictive it was, however. I suppose it's a bit like how people feel about Football Manager. These type of
I
games
got
are still out
Power
there, mostly
Wrestling
within
World.
the EW franchise, and yeah, everything about it is unofficial. Promotions, wrestlers, nicknames, it's all fictional, and thanks to download packs, you can customize it to your heart's content. From there, it's totally up to you, so you can choose WCW in 1993 or Vince McMahon. Pro Wrestling 2, though, is an Eastern fan's dream because it has the likes of Mitsuharu Misawa and Kenta Kabata. Number 9, WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. If you have played every single game in this separate franchise, you may be surprised we've gone for SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. The group just felt like it
I can't
took a
agree
lot
with
of the new
you.
ideas.
I can't agree with that. WWE SmackDown vs. 2007 was the best one they made.
Way better because this was the series debuting on the Xbox 360. Also helped the presentation, but was more than fine on the PS2, and it's something that has sort of held up.
You can't lie about that. That's not one of their best one they made.
And they went crazy with
They
some
got
of the stories.
WWM 24 Pro Wrestling Showdown.
Let us
Yeah.
know.
That's just
So
one
whether
player.
you're 180, if you're only using the modern day My Rise journey.
Yeah. But another last time we saw Chris Benoit in the game on WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. That's the last one was Chris Benoit in the game.
2007, though, you do get a bunch of modes, a huge roster, and of course can start creating things. I mean, it's never going to compare to what we are doing at the moment, but given that it's almost 20 years old, it did a damn good job. Number 8, WWE 2K24. Now, you may call it recency biased or that it was fueled forward by what happened in 2020.
Oh
Good
no,
is good.
WWE
It was good.
WWE's
It was fine to make mistakes,
2K20 was the
but
worst
we learned.
one.
And 2K24 was the culmination of a lot
I
of
despise that
great ideas.
game.
There's just so much to do. My Rise is
I
still
despise
fun,
that one with WWE 2K20. That's like the worst wrestling game of all time. I despise that game.
You also get Universe where you can create your own WWE sandbox. Then there is the community creations. My gosh, there's almost literally anything you can think of. It is truly incredible and a work of art. The gameplay is a refined experience, what 2K has been working on as well. The only info you actually... Number 5, WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. There was a slight worry before
Oh no, that game WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth.
It wasn't as good as fans had hoped.
Oh, I love that game. WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. That's a good game.
Core gameplay still rules, but wrestlers sell more.
That's another good game right there. WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. That's another good one too.
Actually, when you put it into a box, I would call it an all-timer. Honestly, it's so good. It also tied into what you were seeing on the TV as you had draft and new superstars would debut on WWE Heat. And, dare I say it, it was actually funny. That could be the best part about these games. They didn't take themselves too seriously, and that was to its benefit. It's another one that you can still play today and enjoy. And once again, I'm just going to shout at you and tell you about the multiplayer experience. When you did have a bunch of friends around, man, you could make memories for life sitting down with this. It could just be so ridiculous in the right way. I don't think it's actually ever going to age. Number 4, WCW versus
Yes. WCW versus the NWO Revenge. My childhood.
I was this when I was fresh out the womb. WCW
yeah.
versus NWO World Tour had opened a lot of people's eyes to what a wrestling game could be. But
I
it
love
was
that
limited.
game.
The success was obvious, though, which is why Aki Corp returned with WCW versus
Oh fuck,
NWO
Young Defiant,
Revenge.
Dragon Slayer.
Gosh, it was
Can't
incredible.
stand
This was
that
less than a
dude.
year later, which proved they did have a plan. This is the best WCW game ever. That's sort of unfair because this competition is mostly awful, but forget that. Revenge is a top-draw gaming experience in its own right. It looked great for the time, and I do believe the gameplay is actually timeless. It's another one that still holds up today, and the moves feel like they ruin your opponents. When you hit a finisher, sheesh, it's like you broke bones. The momentum system also meant you were only a short sequence away from making a comeback, and on occasion, you could hit your finish seconds in and win. Revenge also had button mashing down to a T, and the whole game was just cool. Reflected what was happening in reality because World Championship Wrestling had pulled ahead in the Monday Night Wars. It is without a doubt a legend of the genre. I tell you, I will remember it forever. Number 3, WWF WrestleMania 2000. It is the forever champ, at least in my life.
WrestleMania
Therefore,
2000.
no mercy.
I did own that one on my 1064 back in the day. I wish I still had that game though.
Truth is, it doesn't matter. It's an either-or situation. The reason I sneak it in is because of the impact it had back in the day. We just talked about WCW versus NWO Revenge, and the biggest flaw there, if you were a WWF guy, was that your favorite promotion had been ignored. No more. WrestleMania 2000 took all those ideas and built your Attitude Era superstars in, and it was the best. Such an improvement from games like Warzone, which flattered to deceive, to say the least, and the sheer depth here. It felt like it had everything, including a massive roster. Once again, I cannot tell you how excited I was. It's why, personally, I think it's better than No Mercy because the ambition is more balanced. The sequel pushed the ideas so hard.
Oh my god, I don't know which one better between WWE SmackDown, between WWE, WWF, WrestleMania, or WrestleMania, or WWF. No Mercy.
I'm still waiting for them to reveal the new superstar.
Yeah.
Well, the celebrity superstar they have in the game.
People love it. This even had ladder matches, which in 2000 felt like a dream, but it's the ebb and flow why it flies. When it all clicked, everything did feel like a wrestling match. You'd be up, you'd be down, the action could increase from nowhere. There was this feeling of never knowing who was actually going to win. Story mode is wonderfully unhinged, even if Stevie Richards becomes a WrestleMania main eventer. And then, here we go again, there was the multiplayer. You couldn't have more fun back in the day or right now. It was the best. It went on to become one of the best-selling N64 games ever, and that's because it went further than wrestling fans. I think it was down to the challenge No Mercy number 2. You did increase the difficulty. This became a puzzle to defeat. All you need to know is that people are still playing this regularly right now. And when you do walk down the emulation path, it's a damn well 10 out of 10 perfect experience. Number 1, SmackDown. So, of course, you can interchange this with WWF No Mercy, but we put it here because Here Comes the Pain does not get the overall love it deserves. It's brilliant. The gameplay is the most Boris thing you can ever
You can't deny that WWE SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. That game was beautiful when that game came out.
No time to get bored. So well made you could even interrupt opponents' finishes without it totally breaking the experience. That led into the freedom to pull off some mad spots. Every match if you want it could be a WrestleMania classic.
That sucks that WWE fired R-Truth.
Totally insane.
Yeah, it is.
There's another question. Why did it vanish to begin with? Elimination Chamber was also added so it felt right up to date, but it's the core parts which help Here Come the Pain. You go play it right now, it's still a blast, it's built to last. You'll be hard pushed to find an area of it that hasn't been sorted out too. It really is a legendary entry that even now is a struggle to beat. Those in charge got every aspect right. I'll double down on what I just said. There are elements to this that should be in modern games. Let's get our placards and go and petition this right now. So, of course, some of these games are going to be moved around and some are going to be added, so please do that in the comments below before you like the video, share the video, and subscribe. If you would like another list that will wind you up, click the video on the screen right now. Otherwise, my friends, I appreciate you all. You take care. I'll speak to you again very soon.
But yeah, those are glorious day for us gamers out there.
Are not very forgiving. They're
Yeah. Yeah.
Inverted atomic drop.
Guys, come on! Someone can seriously get hurt back there.
Pretty sure that's the point, Saxton. They didn't go back there to do any loading, just some unloading of vicious offense.
Supposed to watch what? I know. It's a movie like something in the wrong movie to
Here's a chance to
your fault.
open it up. He is determined. Predicament.
Wow.
Some intimidation tactics from CM Punk. Getting carried. Really lost a little.
Glad he came to his senses and is going back down.
He's climbing up that ladder. Only going to escalate the situation. He's reached the peak of his climb. No idea what he's finding at.
To be the most dangerous place to settle your disputes.
Still fighting back. Look at him go. Jaw-shattering boot.
I heard the road there sport. I should have been
Got them off their feet here.
watch WNBA. No, you know, I ducked up. As in a duck? Yeah, like a jetpack full of sweat. Duck. I miss that guy. Even when you see the chicken nuggets. Kill. I got 5. I accidentally walked over a floor of it. What? Man. Just hit.
Oh no, has it lined up for the kill shot. Oh my God, a steel chair. Oh man, right to the chest. Here we go. This is gonna be nasty.
Having a backstage brawl match on WWE 2K25.
Oh, nice. I did downloading Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Elbow drop. Piercing. Extremely dangerous situation.
Back off. Whoa, your turn to this one is
Let's go.
not fun, too.
No way. You not really French and some
That's what we're supposed to be.
You know, yeah, so we can help you. A lot of people think
Absolutely planted, and his body seems to be the focus of the attack. We're about to see it. Cena with an attitude adjustment. Elbow drop. Piercing. A little cockiness here from CM Punk sensed. Oh, what a kick. He saw it. And he's coming to. About to stumble his way into danger. Oh, that was a stiff jerk. Match. Mitchell out control. Nice right crossbody. Oh, man, he's got him in the crosshairs. Oh, shit. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream, y'all. All right. Peace.